Hey guys, how you doing? My name is John. Welcome to my Games for 81 in 3D channel. And in this video, it's going to be a tutorial on how to create 3D videos by only using a 2D camcorder. It's actually a kind of a neat trick using your editing software. It's not that complicated, so I'm going to step you right through it. I know a lot of people are out there interested in creating 3D video content on YouTube, but they don't necessarily want to spend a lot of money on a separate 3D camcorder. Frankly, I don't blame them. In my hand here is a Sony Bloggy 3D camcorder. This is what I've been using. And it retails for $250, which is a lot of money, but it's actually on the lower end of most 3D camcorders out there. What I like about this camcorder is its pocket size, it's flip size, you can put in your pocket. It's got two lenses there on the back, you can see that mimics the two eyes, and that's what creates the 3D effect. It's got almost a 2-inch monitor up front, screen up front. It appears in 3D, very similar to Nintendo 3DS. You do not need glasses to see that. It records in 2D as well, up to 4 hours of 1080 video, and it also records in 3D up to 2 hours of video. And it has this flip here on the side. It's got a USB here. Let's check it out. There it is. And you can just plug this right into the computer. Pretty cool, pretty nifty. But again, that's a lot of money to spend separately if you want to create 3D videos. So let me step you through the process. Hopefully you guys learned some things. Don't hesitate to contact me, but send me a personal PM so that I can get it, so I can read that, and I'll be sure to get back to you on that. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you soon. Okay, so here we are. We are at my editing program. I'm actually using Final Cut Pro 10 as an example here, but you can use any editing software. These are very simple edits. Most editing softwares should be able to do this. I like Final Cut Pro 10 because I was very familiar with iMovie, and this is iMovie on steroids, essentially. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you an example of footage that was filmed with my 3D Bloggy. As you can see here, put in the timeline, you can see the same image here side by side. We're going to play it. The same thing. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to recreate that using a 2D film. So let's check out, this is my footage from, this is PAX, and this is with Far From Settle. This is a Game Deals party. And as you can see, this is all on 2D standard. And then what we're going to do is you click on this right here, and that's the crop button. And we're going to try to minimize this, make it half. And you gotta be careful because you gotta make it, you gotta kind of eyeball it, but you gotta make sure it's half. Okay? That's about right, okay? And you gotta make sure when you do that, you make sure that, you gotta make sure that's all, there's no line at the bottom or top. You gotta make sure that it's fully, there's no border, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the same clip, and we're gonna put it right on top of the timeline there. We're going to try. There we go. Okay. Just make sure it's all, make sure, see if you go like that, it's going to do it right in front. So you don't want to do that. You want to do it right on top. Like so. So it's even. So basically when you play it, you're going to see, this is on top. So we're going to do the same thing on this. Crop it, click here, and we're going to minimize it. You can start seeing the underneath one right there. It's not 100% lined up. We can fix that easily though. I still think this side is a little bit bigger, don't you? There we go. And we're going to make sure, see how it's a little bit. So what I've done is I've lined up both. You can see they're pretty matched now. But the audio, let's listen to the audio again. It's going to be kind of echoey. But you can see the image. You get the image is pretty much the same. So what we got to do now is we got to minimize the audio here. Just bring this down. It should sound normal. On one of them. So basically, what we want to do, then we just want to export. We share. Export movie. Now when you're, one more thing I want to show you before we complete this. If you want to do text on a 3D movie, what you got to do in order to make that work, you have to do text on both sides. For example, let's put some text on top of this. Now transitions are also going to be not going to work as well either. This is test. what you're going to do, you're going to do test again. And you're gonna you got to make sure that these two are lined up exactly where the picture is. So it's fairly close. You can see the T right there. T, maybe one more. That's too far. That's about right. So you can see they got to be in the same area on both sides in order to appear in 3D. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna share, export movie, and that's pretty much it. The transitions are not gonna work right doing this format, unfortunately. Even if you have two, if you do a dissolve, it's only going to do on one, at least on this editing program. To my knowledge, that's the case anyway. And also, when you upload it to YouTube, there's a special tag you're supposed to put at the very in your tag of your video to appear in 3D, and I'll put that tag below this video so you can check it out. So, but you need that tag, that 3D tag, in order to appear in 3D. Otherwise, it's just going to upload and you're going to see two videos here. So if you do this, you make sure that they're identical side by side, and you take the audio, you put it down one, so there's only one audio going through, and you put that tag in there, which is very important. You should get a 3D video, and it'll look really cool, and it'll definitely look 3D for you. I hope you learned something, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thanks for commenting, and hopefully we'll see some more 3D videos from you guys in the future. Take care.